something at the end of the lesson, but I forgot because it's important for your right hand. I'm going to give you today, and it's something that I have made with two of my friends, and it's for especially kids like you who need it, and everybody needs it actually, and it's for your pinky of the right hand.
Yeah, I should work on it.
Yeah, but I'm going to give you something that's going to help. And it's called pinky hold. Okay? And you can have two of them. So you choose the colors you like. So here's this one. This one is pink. This one is red. This one is black. This one is royal purple. This one is forest green. And this one is sky blue.
I'll just take black.
Okay. You want a second one? You don't want any of the other colors?
I'm just fine with black.
You're fine with black? Okay, very good. Then let me put it away. I'm gonna put it on your bowl right away. And are you familiar? Did you get your music from Shar?
From Amazon, actually.
Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Shar, actually Shar sells things on Amazon, and because they carry these things, and I suppose they. I'll leave you the card.
Okay, sure.
Are you familiar with Shar?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Shar is the biggest music store in the world. You know, a distributor, and they distribute all over the place. Also, yeah. So that's fine. So they are in Ann Arbor, Michigan, but they distribute all over the world. Okay, I see another issue. All right. Is this rental?
Yes, rental.
Then you can probably go to them and say the hair is too long.
Hair is too long.
Yeah, because when the bow is tight, I'll show it to you. Okay, there is a problem with this, a little bit. You see, when the bow is completely loose, the frog should be against the leather all the way, and the hair is too loose because of the also humidity. You know, we have no control over that. So they should either give you another bow where the hair is shorter, so that when we tighten the bow to play, there is about 2-3 millimeters space between the corner of the frog and the leather.
Okay.
Because the thumb goes there.
Okay.
So it rests at the corner and then the thumb. And it's also nice if they have one, it depends for everybody, but if they have one where the leather is a little thicker, little bit.
Okay.
Better thicker than thinner.
Thinner,
than
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, because we have to, you see when we tighten the bow, the frog goes back.
Right.
This goes back too far.
Okay.
And there isn't enough, see all this space? It's
Right.
way too
Yeah.
much. Way too much. And then when the frog goes this far back, it becomes, it changes the balance.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
So they just should give you another one.
Okay.
So here's called pinky hold.
Okay.
And we can maybe show it to them, that they might like to use it for their kids or whatever. And Shar sells them one at a time, 10 in a package, 50 in a package, and 100 in a package. And every time this is $4.95. I'm not selling, I am giving, but they sell it for $4.95.
$4.95.
When it's 10 is less, 100 is 50 is less, and 100 is almost half price. And some schools and orchestras have bought them.
Okay.
So we put this here, and then when you hold the bow, that's where the pinky goes.
Oh, that's
And
smart.
it helps.
Help positioning.
I'm not alone, with two of my colleagues.
That's a great invention.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then we're also making a
fantastic.
shoulder pad.
Oh,
And I'll show you the
wow.
adult shoulder pad. That's and there is nothing on the market like it. This is, you see, it's made by a violinist for violinists, so it's very different.
Yeah.
You see, it's wider,
Oh, wow.
and the front is lower, the back is higher. So when it's here, it supports the instrument much better than a narrow place. I
Right.
always dislike these things very much myself. And so it helps just support the violin very
Right.
comfortably.
Yeah,
Because
if
we
it's
have-
wider.
We all have a hole here. right? So this goes past that point, and then it reaches this part of the shoulder, and it supports the instrument really easily. Then it makes the left hand freer. Now, unfortunately, it's not for kids yet. We have so many expenses, it's insane. So this is going to come out maybe 2 months, 3 months. This is it's made in China, actually. Designed in the US, but made in China. So it's going to come out for adults first, and also in wood. But for kids, will be only in plastic, of course. And once it starts selling, then we will make the one for the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a huge problem, shoulder pads. If you can play without, well, I recommend to play without. But this is the closest thing because of the width.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels much better. Like you carry a bag.
Exactly.
You know, the wider, the belt.
I never thought of that. Exactly.
Yes.
Only a lady would think about that.
Yeah, ladies always carry bags, you know.
It's
like
very much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say 98 out of 100 people who tried, they said, this is fantastic. Why didn't anybody else think about it before? So, but this is not available yet.
Not available yet.
So, yeah, not made yet. So it's called Cyrus Creations.
Okay, I'll
So,
check it out.
Yeah. All right. So now, one thing you need to do is to cut your nail of the little pinky also. So nails have to be short. The moment we feel the nails, that means they're too long. The click, 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 click. Now, this one has to be short because, let me show you. Because if we do this, we hit the end, the nail is too long. We don't want to hit the end, all right? These fingers have to be short because we don't want to touch the strings with the nails. This on the corner has to be short because, you know, it gets in the way. This finger has to be short because we have to play pizzicati, and then we don't want to tick, 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 tick on the pits. The pinky has to be short because we have to hold the bow like this. And the nail shouldn't go on the wood, right? So you can have two fingers with long nails, these two. So everything's short, but these two you can have long nails.
But not too long, you can't play the violin.
You don't want long nails. Never touch the body of the violin. That's right. Okay, now let me show you another way to bring your violin up. If you put your hand here, then it becomes very easy. But when you do this, you have to twist your hand more difficult. So put your hand here and fingers on the string, and then suddenly it's very easy to turn. That's right. You see how simple? I don't know why people don't think about these things. Now, can you tell me a secret? No, yeah, hold your hand all the way to the end. Yeah, can you tell me a secret? Why is your violin so out of tune?
I have no idea.
Oh. Okay. It's not because you haven't practiced, is it? No. No? Okay. So maybe it's the weather or it got hit somewhere. All right. Now, so once you also cut your nail on the pinky so it doesn't get in the way, fingers have to be curved, always round. You know, like a bird. The bird sits on the branch and goes like this. They don't go like that. All right? So the fingers have to be curved so that there is flexibility. You know what? Every joint of the hand has to be functional. It has to function. Okay? Every finger. And we play in this direction. We play the direction of you or yourself. We don't play up and down, right? We play this way. So you want this part of your hand, your wrist, to face your face. That's easy to remember. You want your wrist to face your face, not the ceiling. And when you do this, then everything shifts to the index. Okay, it's very important because you reach it across, and not like that. You don't play like that. But So when we play in this direction, right? And here you want to follow through. Follow through here. You don't now we have to pull the bow straight, right? Do you know why? Okay, next question. What happens to the string when we play on it?
It vibrates.
In which direction?
Right?
Did you say right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I pull my bow like this, it vibrates to the right.
No, left.
So if I pull my bow down, it vibrates in the other direction.
No.
Then which is it?
Left.
Left or right? I'm pulling to my right.
Oh,
You're reversing everything. Yeah, this is right. Yeah.
because if you like pluck, you pull back like a slingshot and then shoot it forward.
That's right. So when you pluck, it vibrates, but then it's not just to the right. We pluck to the right, then it goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pull, you see, your answer was not 100% wrong. It was actually good. It was a good answer. But the point is, the string doesn't only vibrate to the right; it also vibrates to the left. What was good about it is that if I pull my bow right, it starts vibrating to the right. If I push my bow up, it starts vibrating to the left. I never had anybody tell me that like that. I know you're very smart. That's great. You can thank your parents. So I study and practice. Look, so, it's very important because sooner or later I'm going to tell you about legato. We cannot, you know what is legato playing?
Like,
So,
yeah.
what is it?
Like skinny, like, I don't know.
So it sings. It sings without interruption. Okay? Well, two things are impossible on the violin or the cello or whatever. One is to play 100% in tune, and the other one is to play 100% legato. And I tell you why. You already brought it up. I wasn't going to talk about it today, but I'll tell you right away. Because when we change the bow, if I do it on the G string, you can see better. What happens to the G string when I change the bow?
It like moves.
Yeah, and then what happens when I change the bow?
It like stops and then starts vibrating.
Exactly. So how is that 100% legato? You see, it's not possible because of the physics of the violin. So when we change the bow, there's always going to be a stoppage. That's why it's very, very important to practice in a dry room like here. So in a dry room, you try to play the most beautiful legato. So the bow change is as good as you can. It's not going to be 100%, but it can be close. And then when you go play in a good hall with nice ring, right, a nice echo, then we have perfect legato, because then the sounds mix together and one covers the other. All right. So we have to pull the bow straight. At the frog, your pinky is the most important finger. All fingers are important, but the pinky is for the balance. Yeah. So you want to curve it, because if you do this, your pinky has to function, has to be in control. When I hold my bow up, if I lift my pinky, the bow should drop, right?
Oh yeah, I get it. Like the end.
Yeah.
You weigh it, and then if you lift it up, you drop it.
That's right. So if I do this, the bow drops. But I'm strong enough. I can do this, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is to develop this feeling. See, when I do this, my wrist is not moving. It's the fingers. So when you're at the frog, balance is everything. You ride a bicycle?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Without the training wheels.
Without the training wheels.
Yes.
Well, you're done with the training wheels. So now you know how to balance yourself on the bicycle. Same thing here. Okay, so we have to balance the bow. So when you're at the frog, of course the index is important. Sure, very much so. But here at the frog, the pinky is almost the most important. They're all important. And when you pull, when you reach the tip, gradually, it's the index that's most important. You don't need this anymore. Not for simple playing. Sometimes we need it, but this is important then. So when you pull your bow from here, now the index, I always say, is like your eyes. Do you run with your eyes closed?
No.
Would you like to try?
I've done it like running
In the forest?
No.
Would you run in the forest with your eyes closed?
No.
You would hit trees, right? Okay. So your index is like your eyes. You never lose contact. Sometimes we have more pressure, sometimes we have less, but we have to keep the contact. The pinky is for balance. The middle finger is the circle that keeps the axle. Everything rotates around the thumb and the middle finger here. All right? You understand?
Yeah, like it keeps the bow on your hand.
Yeah, it's like the wheel of a car, the center of it. Okay, so that's the middle finger and the thumb. The middle finger is the center of the hand, so it rotates. Okay, so that's where the thumb has to go in the corner, middle finger in front of it, and then this finger is what I call the adjuster. Sometimes we need a little more pressure, sometimes we need a little less pressure. Everything has to do with the sound. Sometimes for technical reasons, we need a little more pressure, a little bit less. So there are a lot of secrets in the fingers. And you always want to listen to your sound. You want always the sound to be the most beautiful and clean that you can. And if it's not, then you adjust with pressure and speed of the bow. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? By the way, I love questions. Ask questions. Interrupt me to ask a question. Don't think it's not good to ask questions. It's not good not to ask questions. So ask them. About this, I mean. Right now about the bow. Let's keep our mind on this.
Oh, why does the bow, go back in time? Why does the hair need space?
No, it's not that it needs space. This is too far now. Right now, this is not
Yeah.
good. Okay, but a little bit so that your thumb. You see, I have a little mark because I'm practicing.
Yeah.
Because the thumb goes on the corner of the leather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this part of the finger goes in the corner of the frog. If there is too much space between the frog and the leather, then we don't have a good enough grip. Okay, you see? Yeah. So it's better when it's closer. When it's too close, completed against the leather, and it doesn't get away, that's not good either. So rehairing a bow is kind of a little complicated.
Okay.
So any other question? That's a very good question, by the way.
No more.
Okay, so just remember that I think you have played a little bit of violin, right?
Mm-mm.
Not at all? Then you have heard some of these things before, because I see you. That's great, though. But that's great. It's very important.
I don't play.
So when you want to pull. You don't want your hand to go this way. Look at my hand. You don't want this. You want to feel anything is this. I'm exaggerating.
Your wrist is going down.
It has to go down. It has to go down. Not too much. Oops, the bow's too short for me. Okay? And then you also want to keep your index curved around the stick. And not, it's like you don't want to point your finger at people, right? So you keep it, so the bow rotates between these three fingers. And we can hold it like that. Pinky is very important.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Of course you can. There's nothing you can't do, except you can't fly. I can't either. Yeah, of course you can. You want to try it?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, but you have to feel it curve your pinky though. Now curve it. You see, now you feel the weight of the tip in your pinky. See how important the pinky is, the little finger? All right, so you realize that all that has to be in place. So now we have to pull. I forgot to finish. Why do we have to pull the bow straight? I asked you what happens to the string when we play on it. You said it vibrates. Correct. Now we basically have to pull the bow parallel to the bridge. You know what that means?
Yeah, like,
Train tracks.
yeah.
All right. So when you start in one place, you want to make sure that you stay there and you follow through. Now look at the upper part of my arm. What happens?
It started to move a little and then the wrist.
That's right. I'm exaggerating, but basically we do this to pull the bow straight because that's the geometry of our violin playing. We first have to go back to make room for this distance of the hand, and then you have to come forward. All that to keep the bow straight. Now, if you look at your bow, when you pull your bow and you're free, your arm will go back. If you're not free and it doesn't go back, then you have that.
Yeah.
Or at the tip, you're straight.
And it might hit your face.
It might hit your face, and from the middle to the tip, if you don't use that part of the arm. So you see, then this has to be very free. Do you play tennis?
No.
I don't either.
I play badminton.
Badminton, fine. How about ping pong?
Sometimes.
You're from China and you don't play ping pong?
Well, I do.
The best ping pong players in the world are from China. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should learn. I play some ping pong
Yeah,
too. Then
I
we can
play like
Chinese style.
yeah,
I have tried. It's very hard, but we get used to it. So one day we will play. So now, why did I talk about that? Well, because the arm has to be very
Yeah.
free. We have to be free.
Flexible?
You swim? Oh yes, you
Yes.
swim. How do you swim like this?
No.
You stretch, right? So you're free. You want to be free, and you have freedom. It's the same thing. You want to reach the same thing with your bow arm. You want to be free. So remember that playing the violin or the piano like your brother or the cello is physical activity. Your body has to do the right things. It's your body that plays the violin. Your heart makes the music. Your brain makes the music. But your body has to play it. So all this has to be in place properly. And what do you think is the most important thing? I think I asked you that question. Last time, how do we know if something is good or sounds good or not?
You listen to it?
The most important thing is listening. So when you practice, even an open string, listen to your sound. And you be the judge. You have to be your own teacher. We all have to be our own teachers. Does it sound good? Do I like my sound or not? And if you don't like it, then do something about it. Remember, pull the bow straight. The amount of pressure and speed of the bow are connected. So if I go slowly,
It just goes like a granny.
yeah. So and if I go too fast and no contact,
There's screeching noise like.
fluffy. We call it like fluffy or whatever. So you want to hear and feel. What you hear, the sound, you want to feel the contact also with the bow into the string. And if you like the sound, then wonderful. And if you don't like it, and the sound has to be always free. Okay? So we never want to overpower the instrument, because if we press too hard, not only does it sound good, it gives less sound because it chokes. It's like going, you can't breathe. Same thing with the violin. Okay? So the right hand is the most important hand because it produces the sound.
Yeah.
60-70% of violin playing is the sound. And then this here. All right. So we have to pull the bow straight, which means if you do this, then you have to do this to hold the bow straight.
Yeah, well, you gotta stretch your arm and then twist it.
Yeah, that's right. You're exactly correct. But let me say something else. If somebody's violin is too far this way, then we have to come out and the shoulder has to come forward to make sure the bow is parallel with the bridge. So that's not good. If someone is like this,
It's way too many.
way too close, can't do anything. So this angle here depends entirely on your shoulders and the length of your arms, because at the tip you want to be straight. So where we put the violin, see, we don't want to put it here, and you don't want to put it here. So where you put your violin around, your chin, right around this area, then the length of your arm will tell you if your violin should be like this or like that. So how you put your shoulder pad is very important, because it has a curve, okay? So you have to make sure that it's like that, or like this, or where you had it, okay? Two of them are bad. There's only one right place, because of your body, because of your size. It's like your shoe. It has to fit your foot. If not, it hurts. It's not comfortable. I say, Mommy, it hurts. I can't run in this.
Or if it's way too big, your feet just get right out of the shoe.
And that's not good either, right?
Yeah.
So, now, well, I don't remember. I know I said a few things last time, but I don't remember what I said and what I didn't. But let me say now, when we stand straight, okay, you want to stand straight when you play. Imagine a line in front of your feet, and it's straight, it's even. We don't stand like that. Once in a while you can move. I don't want you to be a statue, but I'm giving you the basic rules, okay? Straight line, and then you want your shoulders to be lined up with your feet. So you don't stand like this, right? Or like that. So you want to be straight. You know what that means when you're straight and your shoulders are lined up with your feet?
No.
It means your spine is straight. It's okay to move when you play, sure. But this is home. This is how you want to stand. And when we stand properly, then we don't get as tired. We want to be organic. Okay? We have to work with our body. We have to do it right, because playing the violin is abnormal. There's nothing we do in life like this. Nothing. Okay? So violinists have a problem of doing this and twisting everything because it's so abnormal. Your brother plays the piano and they play into gravity. They don't go like this, they go like that. Same with the cellist, they play down into the gravity. But we have to bring the violin up, and if we are not careful, we start doing this. No, you want the opposite. You want to stand straight, and you want to feel the instrument in your, on your shoulder. And when you put your bow down, you don't press too hard, but you want your back to be relaxed, your neck to be relaxed, and you never want pain. If ever you have pain, that means something is not right. Very important, because you're a young guy right now. If you're tight somewhere, you get away with it. Yes?
I have a question. Did
Yes.
you ever, when you're playing, like, my grandfather has something, like, sore on his neck.
That means,
Does that hurt?
yeah, it shouldn't be sore. That means something is not right and he's tense. And if we learn to relax and let everything down, maybe he needs a shoulder pad, maybe something is not right, but he shouldn't be sore. You don't want to be sore, I don't want to be sore. If it's from playing 10 hours, well, that's normal, we get tired. But it's important to learn, it's the same thing with athletes. Remember, this part, everything I'm talking about today is like athletes. That's the athletic side of playing, because it's your body that plays. So you're the boss. So be aware that you're your own trainer. Make sure that everything is right. So, again, remember, if I do this, that's not good. If I do this, not good. But this is good. Okay? You also don't want to lock your knees.
Oh,
Well, you don't want to bend them, but you want to be flexible.
like, when I was younger, I went like this the whole time for like 30 minutes.
No.
I was like, and it sounded like, oh.
Yeah, that's right. So you already know. So you want to be flexible. Because we get tired. So you can move your feet as you play. You have to. Your blood has to circulate. And everything has to be round. What's the Chinese sign? Yin and yang. No corners. Energy flows. You don't want anything like that. It's very important. Absolutely everything has to. We have to work with nature. That's your body that plays. And nothing like that. Any questions? Let's start by pulling the long note.
Which string?
How do you?
Are you left-handed balanced? Okay. And hand around. All the feet. That's right. Okay. You see, you have a little habit of doing this, and that your arm is not so long. So no, don't twist your back. Right. Now, is it comfortable? Is your shoulder rest in the right place for you?
No.
Okay, can you move it? Find the right place.
I feel like I pulled it way too back. What if this is better?
But it's not 100% right. When I look at it, you know, because the curve is what makes the difference. So, all right. If you want to hold, is this the Everest?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to hold, no, don't twist your body to bring the violin up. Keep your shoulders lined up with your feet. Okay, I'm going to put it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do anything. I'll just put it there. There. Now, oh, yeah, turn your head now. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, it has to be in the right place so you can hold your violin without your hand. That's very good. That's much better. Turn around so maybe you should come to this side.
Oh, that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So now turn around a little bit. You see how he's right now, and then your hand should be free. Your violin is just sitting there. Okay, not like that. Now, when we started, the shoulder pad was at a different angle, so I just moved it, and it seems to be better. When he started, he was doing this, and that's not good. You want the instrument to be more in front of you. And I always say, face the music. The music is here. So you want to look straight in front of you, and loosen up. Yeah, that's right. Don't fight gravity. You know what's gravity?
Yeah, the thing that pushes us down.
That's right. Everything drops. All right, so drop your shoulder, drop your back, but stand straight. Very good. Excellent. All right, you see, so it's easy to hold the violin. So you want to keep it like that. Now, take the bow. All right, now you want your fingers a little bit more curved around. Yeah, but you're doing this a little bit. I said like a bird, yeah, but the birds go all around the stick. That we don't do. Okay, so you are, yeah. You see also the frog is too far back. That's a little bit of a problem. So, very good. And then you want to be flexible here. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Now hold on to the bow. Can you lift your middle two fingers? Perfect. You feel the weight of the bow in your pinky?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now put it on the string. Bring your hand up. Yeah. And now, yeah, that's right, that's right. Now put the bow at the frog. And remember, keep your fingers curved. And you want your wrist to face your face. A little bit. Because when we do this, then it puts more contact in the index. And you want your finger to be your index. Yeah, exactly. Now can you pull your all the way against the middle? Very good. Now pull your bow straight, slowly to the tip. Now against the middle, start right there. The bow is too short, so we have to learn to use every part of it. Fingers down. You're not a boxer, are you? Good, because we don't want this. Okay, we want this. So keep your knuckles down. I'm sure your brother has been told, curve the fingers, and you don't see him play like that. You play like this. Okay, so these knuckles are down. Very good. You already have the feeling of the bow. That's fantastic. Oh, that's too tight. You want to be free. You want to be loose. Yeah. You can be strong with the tip of your fingers, but not stiff. Never be stiff with any motion. We want to develop the muscle, but then we have to be free for that. So now let's put the bow here and pull to the tip. Very good. No, and then go back to the frog. Keep your shoulder down. There. You get very tired if you play like this. Okay. Now put it all in your index and go all the way to the frog. And follow through. That's right. Very good, my dear. Very good. Shall we try again?
Yeah.
And whenever you're tired, tell me, okay? But then you rest. Take a rest. Bend your ring finger. Good. Okay, let me say one more thing. Keep the bow a little bit. No, it has nothing to do with your shoulders. Keep the bow slightly this way. One day you will play with all the hair and maybe even like that for something special. But right now let's keep it this way, a little bit tilted. You know what? Let's stay on the A string first. And you look at your wrist. It's facing the ceiling. You want your wrist to face your face.
That's a good tongue twister.
That's a good what?
Tongue twister.
Tongue twister. Yeah. Okay. Now listen to the sound. Oh, no, but start again. Start again. What is your wrist doing like that? Your wrist facing your face. Yeah, and bend your pinky. And listen to your sound. Wrist down towards you. This way, this way, this way. Okay, go back to the frog. And follow through. Go all the way to the frog. Like a plane that takes off. Alright? You forgot to bend your pinky. Alright, I'm going to give you a few. Can you try to remember all that? And you will, your mom is taping. Okay, rest now. That's enough. Just remember that the frog is heavier than the tip because of the frog.
Yeah.
And so here we have to lighten up the bow and gradually we make the sound bigger. Now, you know what's also difficult? Because the frog is heavy, the tip is light, is to keep the tone even. The bow is like the air in our lungs. If somebody sings and they want the same sound from beginning to the end, they have to save the air in their lungs and little by little get air out. Same thing here. So we want to make sure the sound is even when you pull from frog to the tip. Any questions?
How do the singers make the voice even?
Well, it has to do with the control of the breath and the air in the lungs. And you can try it yourself. You can go either when all the air is gone, or you can go. It's the same thing here. So, except that we have to play lighter at the frog and gradually have a little more pressure, so the sound is the same at the frog and at the tip.
And another question.
Yeah.
Why do they make the frog so heavy and you put your hand on it, which makes it extra heavy?
That's a very good question, and I have no idea. That's how it was made. You know, when we play chords, heavy chords, it's actually very helpful that the bow has some weight at the frog, because we have to play on 3 or 4 strings. Oh, I see what happened to your case. Did you drop it? Did you drop the case? No, did you drop it?
No.
Because that's why your violin was so out of tune. Because look at the space between the.
Is that the bridge?
Yeah, the bridge moved. The bridge.
He brought that to school yesterday and the day before yesterday.
Yeah,
So I don't
and
know what
then
happened.
The
Yeah,
teacher
so-
tuned it somehow.
Oh, his teacher tuned it. too.
Yeah, but the bridge has moved.
Oh,
This-
probably, yeah.
You have to push it really hard.
Yeah. So you see, now we have to retune. Let me have it. Okay. No, you don't touch the body. It's not so complicated. No, wait. Okay, wait, let me think. If I give it to you like this, then yeah, that doesn't work. So I have to give it to you like this. That's right. And then put your hand all the way again. Open your hand all the way again. So you want to feel, wait. Give me the hand. You want to feel the palm of your hand here. And then you do this. Okay, here. Thumb in the right place. There we go. Now bring it up. You see how easy? And be careful not to knock yourself out. You're going to be your own boxer with yourself. All right. Comfortable?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm sure too. Drop your arm. Very good. But you don't have to do that, right? There we go. Excellent. Let go. Now, you play in a group at school?
Yes.
It's like an school orchestra.
Yeah. He doesn't.
They don't teach.
I know. It must sound terrible. And he has to do it, right?
It's not has to. It's like some.
Can you not do it for now? Let him get going with these. If you don't have to, then let's wait. Because he's going to pay attention to what the teacher says, everybody else is going to go back to all that. It's going to take a while. It will take longer to make corrections.
Yes, I
That's
understand. Yeah, I will. All
Okay.
that, yeah.
And then once everything becomes more natural, fine, go back. Although everybody plays very out of tune. It's not good for the ears.
I think currently they are doing just the pitch, right?
Yeah.
No, pits.
Oh, pits.
Like the,
Yeah,
Oh.
just
like
do.
they do like, let's say, D, rest, D, rest. I'm like, oh my god, that's really boring.
Yeah. See, we are doing something so much different.
Yes,
And none of those
the-
kids have this chance. And unless he's having fun, but let's try to mix doing the good work and then gradually. And then maybe one day when he realizes he won't want to play there.
Yeah.
None of these school orchestras sound good.
I
None
know.
of-
It just
I know, I
just
know.
yeah.
Remember, curve your fingers. You have joints everywhere. Use them. They're each worth $1 million. Use them. Would you like to have $1 million?
Yeah.
Me too. But we have them in our fingers. Use them. All right. Very good. Now, okay, this is what you had before.
Yeah. That thing's just.
The reason I want to do we're going to go to other things after this. It's longer scales, and then gradually it has some rhythmic
Yeah.
patterns. And here, well, this is not bad either. Oh, there's some etudes here. Okay, we're going to use these things. So it's good. I would ask that you always bring this with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
All right. And then,
That one, the wolf fart,
Mhm.
seemed pretty old.
old?
Yeah.
You mean Mr. Wolfhard?
Like, it looks like the music got old because usually, like in this paper, the music's so separate. Like, when the older times they saved paper and they did small spaces.
There are less spaces.
Yeah.
That's an excellent observation. And here, they're a little bit wider. There's more
Just a
space.
bit. Like,
Just a bit on these.
especially on quarter notes.
Yeah, and then we go, like here, they're okay here. But here they were okay. But then here, they get tighter, right?
Yeah, like the 8 notes, they
Uh-huh.
could fit 4.
Right. And guess what?
What?
If you practice every day, when you and you have to practice every day, we all do, then you start recognizing the notes that you don't stare at the music anymore. It kind of goes in your brain. It becomes automatic. So in the beginning, you have to a little bit. You see well? You don't need glasses
No.
to see? Okay, very good. Then the other thing is when you use the music, let me show you. When you use the music, make sure that you're standing in front of the part. So the scroll would be facing here. And you look at the music right in front of you. You know why? Have you seen some kids play like this? That's because they want to look at the music and they get closer and closer and they don't want to hit the stand, then they go like this. That's why I ask if you see well. Because if you don't see well, then you want to do that. You don't want to do that. So if you don't have problem, you have to be sure, okay? If you don't have problem reading the music from here, whoops, then you want your violin to face this page, so you look at the music right in front of you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I feel like these pieces are longer than usual. So are there two pieces?
This is etude number 2. That's etude number 1.
Like, are there like 2 pages of one music?
No, look, this starts here and ends here.
Okay.
You see, and when you have a double bar, that's the end.
Oh.
And same thing with this one. Yeah. I mean, you are now older. You can play these things. It's not that difficult. All right. So you want. Actually, we're going to start. So you have something new. You know what are these lines?
Those are like, wait, these lines?
Yeah, the one after the numbers.
Like the one and then the line?
Yeah.
Oh, that's first finger down and then like I always have the first finger then down until there.
You hold it down, you don't lift it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Because on the violin, we whenever we can, we keep the fingers down. On the piano, you must always lift the fingers. Sometimes we have to lift the fingers, but when you can keep the fingers down, you
Just
keep them
keep
down.
it.
You keep it down because of intonation. On the piano, they don't have any problem with intonation. Okay, we do. Intonation is a nightmare for us. Nobody plays 100% in tune. Did I mention that to you last time? So we have to be very careful. So when you... Oh, I just remembered, you took the tapes off. Good. Yeah, so you listen for intonation. Right? Can you tune your violin yourself well?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was very out of tune today. But not your fault, the bridge had moved.
Yeah.
So make sure...
Like this is what I should try. So play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star if it's out of tune, and just tune.
No, you always have to tune everything because... And then you have to play... Right?
Like only the first 2 strings.
Never mind. You have to tune them all because the other strings vibrate in sympathetic vibration. They help with the sound. Always tune your violin, and when you practice, always tune your violin. And I tested you last time. You have excellent ears. Okay, excellent ears. So make sure you always tune. Is this something you can help him with tuning or not? No. How about your other son? Not at all. Well, I'm sure he can, but it's not. So you have to make sure. Do you come here to school only once a week?
Twice. Like on Thursdays, it's
Are
Okay.
you talking about
Just
over
coming, just being in the building.
school.
Yeah, I come over here almost every day.
Oh, really?
I mean the University of Pittsburgh.
No, I'm talking about us here, CMU.
Oh yeah, here.
Yeah, here.
Seeing you, it will be just once a week.
Well, I don't mean just seeing me, but do you ever come to the building, to this building,
Not very
besides
frequently.
Saturday? If you do, and if there's a problem with tuning the violin, bring it to me. Let me tune it. Or whatever. That's what I mean. That's what I'm
Appreciate
asking.
it.
Yeah, that's
Appreciate
what.
Thank you.
That's what I mean. Okay.
Mhm.
Or find somebody who can help you at the university. They have a music department. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So gradually, you see, you have to learn to do it well yourself. So we don't need help. We have to be independent. Guess what? Because when we go on stage, nobody can play for us. It's us ourselves. So it starts now to learn to do that. So you concentrate. I know you have excellent ears. Okay, so we are going to, I want to give you this number 1. Now here's something I do. What's the date today?
I think it's like
9:15.
Yeah.
Is it 15?
Probably.
Okay, in 3 different ways. First, start with A. So you, from the middle to the tip. So I wrote upper half. Okay, so. And never play faster than you can control. Okay, I'm sorry, the violin is too small for me. I played a little bit sharp.
Yeah.
Good. You see, that's what you heard it. Very good. So you play the whole
Like from 1
to here.
yeah. Like,
See the double line.
mhm.
Okay, and then you do it with the lower half. Too high.
And I suppose that's a whole bow.
Whole bow. Exactly. So. You know why I didn't write whole bow first? But usually I do.
No, I don't know why.
Because I first want you to learn the notes, and I don't want you to get bored. Now, if you're okay, and you would like to start with whole bow first, that's fine with me.
I would do full bow first because obviously whole bow would be slower
Yeah.
than the.
But that's why I was afraid you would get bored.
I would learn the notes
Okay,
first.
you choose which one you want to play first. But then there's another way of thinking, which is what I did now. If you first practice this, and then this, and you improve on them, then you just mix them. You see?
That's another way.
That's another way. Which grade is he in?
3rd grade.
So is he ahead 1 year?
No.
Or is that no? But he's 8,
Yeah, he is 8.
6, 7. Oh, I am very much a believer that if somebody can be in a higher grade, they should be. Never. I can tell you a story of a boy, very very smart, and I'll tell you quickly. I had a boy who would. This little kid would carry conversations with adults from India,
Wow.
and he was taking college courses at Morris University. And one day the mother came and she was very upset, and she told me the teacher called them, and this is college, and said, we have 2 problems. One is, can you please not raise your hand to answer right away? Give the college kids a chance first. Can you imagine? And then the other was, because of him, the class, most of the class is failing because the curve has gone up. Okay, so, and they wanted to hold him back. I said to the mother, I said, no way. I said, I will talk to people here. So, and I did. I connected him with the math department, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was out. That at first they didn't want to pay attention. Then one teacher, okay, what is this? Let's try. Then they realized. And by 16 or I don't remember, 15, 16, he was the assistant to his professor teaching calculus.
Wow.
Yeah. The point is, we don't stop kids. We don't go too fast. Going too fast is not good either.
Right.
But if there is a possibility to go faster, he's so quick. He's a smart kid. That's why I'm interested.
Yeah.
Because there is a quick response, and I don't want him to get bored either. Right?
Right.
Terrific. So now it's not because you're quick that you should start doing.
That's hard.
I know, and it doesn't sound good either.
Yeah.
Okay, so you always want to work for quality. Quality is the name of the game. Would you go buy food that doesn't taste good? Would you buy a car that is really ugly?
If
Or if it's fun?
Well, if it was the only car I'd buy it. But if it's good, I'd buy the better one.
Oh, very good. Excellent. So make sure you're the boss. Remember, everything has to sound good. Everything has to sound nice. And if you don't like the sound, nobody else will like it either. The first person who has to like you, what you sound like is us when we play. Okay? Any questions about this?
No.
All right.
They just play it through. And I have another question.
Yeah.
How much times?
You know how good of a question that is? Excellent, 100%. Now I'm going to give you an answer you won't like. As long as it doesn't sound good and you don't know it. I say this to my college students, okay? This is maybe too much, but you get the idea. I tell my college students who are, 18, 20, 21, I said, how can you sleep when you know you're not ready? How can you go to bed and you know you have to perform and you're not ready? You don't sleep. Practice.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Okay, now it has to do with concentration also. We cannot play better than we practice. So concentration and listening, very important. So when you concentrate and you listen and you make a big effort for everything to be nice, you learn faster and then you improve much faster. Before you start on this, I want you to do some open strings. Just pull the bow straight.
Like warm up?
Like warm up. And you divide the bow evenly in 4. You can, if you have a chalk, you put a little line here. Divide it exactly in 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, your question is so good. You know why? Because I know many teachers say, oh, you have to spend 10 minutes on this, and then 12 minutes on the other, 5 minutes on
I
the.
think a good answer would be as much as you like. That's more than 2 times.
That's a very good answer. Now, only I would change one word. It should as you like. Well, maybe you don't like to play 3 times. You're smart. Me too. As you keep practicing until it sounds good. That yes, because you want to work for quality. Okay. You want to be kind of demanding of yourself. If it doesn't sound good, then work on it. Fine, be smart. You're very smart. So listen carefully what to do with your index, with your finger, with your bow arm, with the pressure, intonation. And then when you get tired, stop, rest. Go have a glass of milk, go on your bicycle, go around. But then you know what's the most important thing after that?
Practice?
Go back to practice. Rest first, because we get tired, it's normal. And if you miss something when you play, think about it. Are you human? You're human, you can miss. But we also try not to miss. That's why we practice and we repeat. Okay? Any more questions? I'm not a Suzuki teacher, but we use the books because there's some
because they're good.
good pieces in here. But then I haven't seen this edition. Wow, okay. Very good.
There's some pieces I'm really used to.
Yeah. I'm sure you did this, right?
I did. Yeah.
Would you like to play it again?
Sure.
That's in the upper half. I don't want you to repeat anything, but of course we're doing some new things now. So if you want to play it and it's fun for you, do it. I'm not going to stop you.
I'd play it.
Okay. Then shall I mark it? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I put the date. And today is 9/15/18. And the day I pass it, I put the date. So then we can see how long did it take you to learn it. 6 months? 6 weeks
It's like
or
at,
1 week?
at my old teacher, he told me a story
Yeah.
that you know how accents, people have trouble on them.
Trouble on what?
Accents.
Accents?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the quick down and quick up.
Yeah.
And then this kid, he took 6 months to finish 1 page of the accents exercises.
Oh, that's not good. He gets
Yeah.
tired, and then he loses interest. Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to do that. Right?
Yeah, we don't.
And we won't, because you're too smart. Okay. So if I am forced to keep you on this for 6 months, then you should wonder, is something wrong with me? I mean, you. Right? So you want to be really good, and you just listen to yourself, and you'll pass this in no time.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
So do you play A or like we play all of this?
Yeah. This is easy for you.
Like together?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Actually, go all the way to.
this. Okay, got it.
In the upper half. Okay? And then I'm also going to talk with Jeremy. Okay, this book is for later.
Yeah. That's 1 and 2.
Have you played anything? Have you played anything like this?
I never played the slurs in my
Okay,
band.
that's why I'm asking.
You never play slurs?
No, like the slurs, like that pieces. But I have slurs.
I think you play some of them.
But has he played a scale like this? Probably close.
Yeah, close.
Like I played close. Like I did half note, half note, half note, half note.
That's a quarter note. That's what's
He's a
the
quarter.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. So, are you willing to play this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and I will tell Geraldine not to. Let's see. Nine. Yeah, do them all. And you have to practice every day.
Yeah.
How much do you think you can practice every day?
Like how long?
Yeah, in total.
40 to 45. Around like 45.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, can you do a little bit more, you think?
Like about 50 because we have tons of exercises and things to do.
What exercises? I mean, I'm talking only about your body. And there's something else I would like you to do. I would like you to practice twice a day. Do you think you can do half an hour twice a day?
I could try. Well, I
Okay.
can't do it.
But let me say something else. It's not the amount of time only, but it's the
It's just-
quality.
Yeah.
Okay? If I give you, I'm starting to give you already a lot of things. If it's, I'd rather you play less but better. But if you can do more and well, then I want to give you more. Because again, you're very quick. Okay, and I'm going to keep saying that. Maybe I'll say it too much, too often. But you're very quick, and if you concentrate, if you don't get tired of concentrating, then you're going to improve very quickly. And that's what I want to do.
Okay.
And I can't do it alone. I need you. And you need me. Right?
Yeah.
So we do it together. And with Jialien. It's like Julian,
Yeah,
but Jialien. Yeah.
Jialien.
And just actually, last week, she helped me pronounce it properly. I wasn't saying it correctly. Yeah. because it's with a Y,
Jolene.
but
Yeah.
she's Cuban, she's from Cuba, and the Y is always pronounced J. There's a J.
I thought
C'est
it's
la
a
vie, there's a difference.
Yalin.
No, yeah, no, Jia.
Jolene.
Jalien. Yeah.
Jolene.
I was trying to put the second J also Jialien, and I was having trouble. She said, but that's not the way to say it. In any way. Yeah. So,
Jolene.
well, you have something slurred. So these are with the different rhythms. This is all the same. This is a C major. So let's just do it all.
Yeah.
This is
seems-
for both.
Yeah, these are whole. This it's just scaled, but 8th notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do C major scale, both pages.
Yeah.
Any questions? So you got your scales, you have the pieces here, and you have the etude.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
And if ever you can do more, then you
Then
talk.
just play more.
Yeah, but again, well, you're the boss, remember? You have to decide if it sounds good or not.
Like one piece, let's say you're almost done, you finish all the pieces, it sounded well. Usually I would either stop and do it next time or keep playing.
Okay? And then you have to decide if you're not too tired, then you can keep playing. If you're tired, you need to stop because we can't practice well when we're tired. All right?
If you're tired, you have low quality. When you have low quality, you're doing it for nothing.
You don't want to be messy. Augustine, I'm having a great time with you.